All right, everybody. Welcome back. Another episode of Pencil Leadership, Business and Lifestyle Development Show. I'm Chris Anderson, the host, and super excited for our guest today. It's a little bit different topic, which I think is going to fit right in with helping people, helping men build confidence, improve their overall lifestyle, and just excel in business. And I think it all goes with we dress for success. And so we have a great guest today talking about that. We have Taiwo Meghoma, who is a fashion consultant, a style consultant, whose mission is to make a difference within the fashion industry and the way people see themselves and live their lives with more confidence overall with their style. So help me welcome Taiwo to the show. Hey, how you doing, Taiwo?
Hello, very well, thank you. Good to see you again.
Awesome. Absolutely. Glad you were able to do this. Come share your wisdom. I'm excited about this. I almost dressed in a suit, but I was like, he'll tear it apart. No, I'm just kidding. So I didn't want to, I didn't want to step out there and try to dress in a suit today. But you look fly, dapper, whatever words we're using today. Very nice, sir. So yeah, I'm excited for you to share. I would love for you to start and just kind of share with the audience what got you into doing fashion consultancy and just style consultancy, if you would.
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome.
My very first job was in fashion. I was in the corporate world for a while, but before I went into the corporate world, I've always been passionate about fashion. Growing up as a kid, as a young kid, I always saw my mom as a very highly fashionable person, always dressing up and always looking great. And I always admire that. And every time she steps out the house, I say to her, "You look great." And so she ended up, each time she dresses, she ended up always coming to me to tell me, to ask me how she looked. And every time I said to her, "You look great," she was always very happy. And I could see that glow on her face when when she's been admired. And I realized that it gave her that huge self-esteem, which she appreciated. And so for me, going into fashion was a total different game. It was for me, it was something that I wanted to do because I felt that, fashion could actually uplift people, style could uplift people, self-confidence could, it promotes self-confidence. And so, working the corporate world, I realized that as much as I'm making good money, fashion has always been in the back of my head. And I've always wanted to go back into fashion to make people happy, to make people stylish, to make people confident about themselves. Fashion style is all about identifying who you are and expressing yourself who you are. If you dress well, you'll be able to express yourself properly because it builds that confidence. And that's where my own branding, that's where my self branding comes in. And I believe it's very important to showcase what fashion is all about and how people can create fashion in their own livelihoods, be it at work or be it at home. And so my intention of being in fashion or going to fashion is to make people, smile. And I've always loved to look great.
That's awesome. I love that. Thank you for sharing. It's so cool that it started with your mom and just being able to compliment her and see her kind of light up with you doing that. That's a really cool start to it all. So with that, you said you worked in the corporate world, or you still do. What does that look like? So how do people come and find you as a fashion consultant, a style consultant for the corporate entity? Is it like individuals, or do businesses seek you out for their executives and things?
I worked in the corporate world. No, I
Okay.
mean, working. I
I
worked.
gotcha.
I graduated. I'm a lawyer. I graduated. I started law. I
Okay.
did a master's. I worked in the corporate world for a while, but I left the corporate world to to focus on. But before I did leave, while working, Everyone always says, "You always look great, Taiwo,
Yeah.
dressed immaculately." And at my job at the time, for 5 years, we started this competition, Well Best Dressed. And
Huh.
I won for 5 years. And
Wow.
it says that you build so much confidence in people when you speak. People listen. And I realized that it's not just my listening people are looking at, it's my presentation. And
Mm.
great presentation, you become believable.
Yeah.
People, people actually acknowledge your brand, your personal brand. And for me, I felt that that was a gift that I have, but everyone can have, promoting themselves by looking good. I
Yeah.
think every human being, I'm not saying it should be very expensive, but every human being should have a suit. Every man should have a suit in their homes.
Yeah.
A suit is the first suit every man should have, a navy suit,
Okay.
because suit is a business suit. But you could dress navy suits into different styles. And for working the corporate world, I realized that a lot of people wanted to look exactly like me. In
Mm.
terms of being well dressed. And till today, I still dress people now in the corporate world. Most of my clients are managers in banks and in the government as well. Because
That's awesome.
I don't know if your audience realize that I'm from the UK. And so most of my audience, most of my clients are also in the UK, and not just the UK, worldwide as well. I travel, I'm world travel,
That's
and I
awesome.
also train, I'm sorry, I also lecture on personal branding at
Mm.
MBA schools, guest lecturer at MBA schools all over Europe, because I believe that style, fashion also comes with your brand, also comes with your personal brand.
Yeah.
We'll capture that and put that together. You know, you will just go places. You'll be happy with what you do. So for me, working the corporate world, it's actually helped me to realize who I am in terms of able to identify where I want to be. And so leaving the corporate world and now helping people in the corporate world is a huge step.
That's awesome. So I wonder with this, times change, things like that. I mean, because you used to back in the 30s, 40s, people would dress in suits. Everyone would dress in suits, and now when you see someone dressed in a suit, you almost want how high level are they, or are they in a wedding? It's kind of, you don't see it as often. In my opinion, is that what kind of is the times, have they changed a lot as far as who wears suits nowadays?
I mean, suits could be styled in different ways. Suits will always be here for
Yeah.
men. Um, some people do wear suits to church. I'm sorry, to weddings. Some people don't. Um, but I advise people, if you don't want to wear a suit to a wedding, or you don't want to have a whole suit on to a wedding, you should have a jacket.
Mm.
You always you could always combine that with something else.
Yeah.
You could wear a cotton pants with a nice navy jacket. You don't have to put on a tie, a pocket square, but you have to give that image of you are, going somewhere.
I
You
gotcha.
know, you need to respect the event you're going to.
Mm.
Um, Suits will always stay.
Yeah.
The only great thing about suits, today's man today, is they always know how to, you know, combine different colors together.
Mm.
Um, on my Instagram, I have different types of suits on,
Yeah.
uh, different colors, and for certain occasions. Um, and I believe that suits will keep going and keep going and keep going for a
Yeah.
long time. I mean, a lot of younger men today, a lot of modern men, let me put it that way, um, don't like to wear ties anymore,
Mm.
but still look formal. You
Right.
know, And so it's so important that you have to, also present who you are, whatever occasion you go. Some people go to weddings in the Caribbean or during during a hot climate.
Yeah.
I always recommend, um, you know, linen suits.
Okay.
I always recommend cotton suits, for occasions such as that.
Gotcha. No, that's a good point. And I think with it, yeah. So my grandma actually, and I learned this from my brother, was she would say, if you're going to wear a suit, you better have a vest. Otherwise, it's not complete. So I'm curious, is the vest a staple? Is it coming back as more in style? Because I enjoy wearing a vest when I wear a suit. I do. I don't know. I feel like it's complete. But from your opinion, what's your opinion on vests?
Absolutely. Vests are good. Again, it depends on what the occasion is for, where
Uh-huh.
you wear it for. Vest is not for every occasion. Vest is not for every event you attend. Vest is not for even every meeting you attend.
Gotcha.
But it is good. It has come back. Um, but again, it's how you put the whole thing together. It's how you
Yeah.
with a vest that also um, comes out in a very nice way. Um, what's good for you is not good for everyone.
Right.
What's you, it's not for everyone. And that's where you need to identify who you are
Mm.
and what suits you. And that's where I come in, because this is what we do. We try and identify each individual, to what their likes. Sometimes people are afraid of certain things, colors or suits or trends. Um, so it's my job to experiment, let me put it that way, and try and see what I could do to see them change their their focus,
Mm.
just one thing or just
Yeah.
one. Today, the double-breasted is in town. The double-breasted is very modern. And there are ways you could put on a double-breasted suits or a single-breasted, together, and still give that great corporate, look.
That's awesome. And I think that, yeah, again, I like how you say, like, identify your kind of style, your personal brand, like what fits you, because it's different among everyone. Because I think, and it goes into what we're going to talk about, is like the confidence. And so when you feel good in what you're wearing, that confidence comes out. Um, and so with that, have you seen big transformations in people and their confidence just by like tailoring what they're wearing to them?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I always tell my clients, confidence is sexy.
Yeah.
And once you feel sexy about yourself, it builds that, you just build yourself, that charisma. You just feel so happy about who you are. Um, some of my clients in the corporate world, these are managers who, or just leaders,
Mm.
have a lot of people, a lot of staff, employees, you know, and but they don't have themselves. Um, some of them come because they feel that a relationship, but they don't feel comfortable.
Mm.
And so what I do is sit with them. We have a questionnaire. They fill out a questionnaire. I sit with them and ask them at the end of today, once we build your suits, a bespoke suit made to measure, what do you want to get out of this? I'm here to, but
Mm.
what do you want to get out of it? You tell me, then I will be able to help you.
Yeah.
They let me know exactly what they want, and when we try different outfits, I get my tailor to measure them, and they come back up. You can see the smile on their faces.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think that just getting this the style, their clothing, what they're wearing. Why do you think that has such a big impact on confidence?
Because they realize how sexy they look. They realize that they could actually identify themselves as people within the community that can provide um, policies, and people will listen to
Mm.
them. It's quite funny. It's quite funny when we talk about things like this, but it's true. I have a client. Let me give you an example. I have a client. He is wow. He is one of the uh, CEOs of one of the a major building company in the UK. Um, and he came up to me and he wanted to have new suits on because he had presentation he
Mm.
wanted to give for the government of the Emirates, the UAE. He wanted to win this contract, and he was flying over with his father. His father is the chairman of the company, and he said, "I need to look good." I went over to his house to take a look at his wardrobe. I looked at his clothes and I said to him, "I don't like your clothes." And he looked. I said, "I don't like your clothes." I said, "You know why I don't like your clothes? I don't like your clothes because you look like every other person on the streets walking. You look like every other um, corporate person walking on the street of London. I want you to look like a leader.
Hmm.
Now I need to build you some really immaculate suits." I showed him the different fabrics that we have. He felt uncomfortable with certain fabrics. He said, "Oh, it's got this color, it's got that color." I said, "No." I said, "I know what I'm talking about. I have looked at you and I know what suits you." And I said, "Can you just, let's try this?" And he reluctantly went ahead with it. I to measure him, and because most of my clothes, what we do is make measure bespoke, and it takes 5 weeks for it to be ready. We
Gotcha.
did had a second fitting. So when he tried them on, I loved it. He still wasn't. He still wasn't sure, and I told him, "Go ahead to the UAE. When you come back, I want to hear a story." And he did go. He came back. He gave me a call, and I said, "How did he go?" He said he stepped out of the his suite. His father was waiting for him, and when he stepped out, he said his father looked at him, and his father busted out laughing. And I said, "Why? Why was your father laughing?" He said, "My father laughed because my father said, I've never seen you look so good since you were young." And when he said that to me, I said, "You know what? I have done a good thing." And now he made me feel happy. And he said to me, "Thank you."
Hmm.
He said, when his father said that, he said he walked up to that conference room with a lot of government person. He said he spoke. He lifted his head high and spoke with so much confidence because he realized that it wasn't just his speaking they were listening to, it was the whole presentation they were looking at. And not only that, because they believed in his brand, he became so believable that everything he said, they agreed with it. Guess what? They won the contract,
Awesome.
millions of dollars.
That's
And so
awesome.
he was, "Thank you." And every time, each time he calls me, he says, "How are you doing?" The first thing he says to me is, "Taiwo, how are you doing?" And he sometimes just wants to call me to say hello. And the reason he's doing that, because he realizes that style, not just fashion,
Yeah,
style can build confidence. And,
absolutely.
you know,
So if people are looking to increase, so if a lot of people you know, you see them out, they go on sweatpants. I'm guilty of, I've done it before. But now I'm like, oh man, like you never know who you're going to run into. Like it's probably not best to be in sweatpants. I mean, every now and then it happens if you're working out or something. But so if people are looking to build a better wardrobe, I guess, a little bit more personal style, to look better, to feel more confident, and maybe they have a suit already, or maybe they have like what on like a vest and a button-up shirt under it. But what are some little individual things people can add to their wardrobe that's not going to break the bank, maybe, but still exude more style and confidence? What is maybe one or two items of clothing or accessories that people can add to their style?
When you say that, it doesn't have to be suits all the time.
Right.
But again, it depends on where you're going. You talked about the vest and the shirt. I always say to everyone, you always wear something that that brings out your skin tone. I'm
Okay.
a big advocate for um, white, navy colors, because it's a very neutral color. It actually, you know, blossoms anyone's skin. Uh,
Okay.
and so that's the first.
Gotcha.
Now, dressing, being stylish doesn't have to be expensive.
Okay. Good. That's good to know.
No, it doesn't have to be expensive. Um, it doesn't have to. You have to looking good, dressing, or having to shop in shops. There are places you could go and buy things. I mean, you have brands like even H&M.
Mm,
You could buy quality T-shirts,
yeah.
and chinos pants, and also belted up, look stylish. Even during the winter time, you could have a coat on, um, a sweater. You could have even one color sweater or roll neck, but different ways of combining with different clothes. For different occasions. Uh,
Gotcha.
you could have a suit on with a roll neck, on, and you could go to an occasion. You know,
What is the row neck you're talking about? Is that just a scarf?
a turtleneck. That's what you guys call in the U.S., right?
Oh, a turtleneck.
A turtleneck. Yeah. In
Okay.
the UK, we call it we call it roll necks here.
Oh, nice. Okay. Hey, learn something new every day. That's awesome.
Yeah. So you could wear all that and still look great. Um, you could now when we talk about how much again, when we
Right.
talk, um, it depends, but there are department stores, even in the US, that I've been to, these department stores in the US that I've been to, that sell really good quality clothes.
Okay.
Instance, a Suit Supply,
Mm,
I supplies in the UK, in the States. I've been to most of their stores in New York, in
gotcha.
Los Angeles, Atlanta, and DC. That's a good store that you could buy suits, sweaters, chino, trousers
Mm-hmm.
at prices, quality, and they're great quality.
Gotcha.
Uh, I will always recommend Suit Supply. It's a company that I know and I've worked with. Um, um, and it doesn't break the bank at all.
Cool. That's good to know. So, but with that, can you do too much? Can someone do too much and almost come off as an eyesore?
I have seen people look like clowns.
Okay. So what should we not add to our style as accessories or wardrobe?
I have seen people wear a t-shirt, a vest, a coat, an overcoat, and another coat hanging over the.
Whoa.
And sometimes I don't even know them. Well, as a style consultant, I can't help but just hello, hi, how are you? And I look at them. I'm sorry, but you can't do this. It's, but I say in a very nice way.
Right.
They don't get angry with me. I've realized I've seen people like that, and I can't, because I work. I go up to them. It's just not right. Um, uh, being simple says a lot
Okay.
about
Gotcha.
being simple about you. I always tell there are certain hidden things that identify you as a stylist.
Hmm.
You even have a coat on with a shirt and a pocket over your coat is stylish. You having, I've seen people have gloves during the winter, have gloves over their pocket, on their coat. That's stylish.
Okay.
Uh, and so I recommend, you know, simple, not too much over colors, not too much colors,
Okay.
but you still stand out. Um, and not just clothes alone. It's the way you walk, the way you talk, um, identify you as a very stylish person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. No, I love that. Yeah. So not too many layers is what I got from the man with all the coats, and then not too many colors. So don't contrast a whole lot. And I know some people wear like the colored suits, like the bright colors to stand out. Yeah, and I'm sure that again goes with their style. And I think there's probably a way that fits, correct? Just where they're at and who they are, kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Um, I recommend wearing a suit, a colored suit. If you're wearing a colored jacket, make sure it's a whole complete with the same.
Okay.
Because
So pants and jacket the same color.
if you're wearing a roll neck during the winter, like you're just going to a friendly occasion, going to dinner
Mm-hmm.
and you don't want to look too corporate. You just want to have that evening look.
Yeah.
You could wear a colored jacket, um, a neutral colored roll neck
Okay.
shirt, and a white shirt. It's a neutral color. Let the jacket do the talking. Too much colors
Yeah.
just doesn't work out.
Okay.
You must have color that stands out, that does the talking for you. Because if you have too many colors, it's just too much. You just look like, come on, what are you doing?
I
You
gotcha. Okay.
have to stand out. So if you have a red, if you're having a red jacket on, have a have blue, you know, roll neck, or even have white.
Mm,
Then you could have a page pants on. That also works.
gotcha.
Have jeans, that works. But anytime everyone will look at you, and the first thing you look is the jacket,
Okay.
because that complements the whole look, and it complements who you are. It just complements.
Awesome. Cool. No, I think that makes sense to not have too much, but kind of have a little spark in the jacket because that's the main piece kind of thing. So you would rather have the jacket stand out than like say the pocket square or the tie.
Again,
It depends.
it depends. it, if you're going to work, or if you're going to a business conference, if you're going to a presentation, I would have something like this.
Okay.
You could have a pocket square that stands out. You could have
Okay.
a, like, for example, so this is a navy blue suit. I'm
Yep.
having a shirt on. I have a white pocket square right now, but if you really want to stand out, you can have it in the orange pocket square.
Okay. Cool.
That's a color. It stands out. Because these are neutral colors, but that stands out. And everyone just looks at you. Wow, he's stylish.
Okay. So that makes sense. So if you're going to more of like a formal corporate type event, dress kind of neutral as far as suit and shirt, but have that little pop in the tie or in the pocket square. Should the tie and pocket square match, or can they be different?
They could be different.
Okay.
Every time a pocket square, if you're wearing a whole suit with a tie and a pocket, make sure the pocket square has a similar to the shirt. It does. Some shirts are white. Some of us wear blue shirts. If the pocket square is orange, it has a tint of blue on it. It has to kind of match with what because you still stand out.
Okay.
The reason why I have a white pocket square, is because of my shirt.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sitting down and it just pops.
Yeah.
And it pops because it kind of like it contrasts with my skin tone and who I am. Because
Gotcha.
I want to be all the time. So this complements. But if I'm wearing a tie with a different colored shirt, I would wear a pocket square orange or a blue, but something that has the same similar color. It must have a color with the shirt as well.
Okay.
And out.
Okay. Awesome. No, that's good to know. I find it all fascinating because I like dressing up and I like looking good kind of as well. So my last one, it kind of goes lower now. Should the belt and the shoes match?
Always.
Always. Good. Okay. Yeah, good. And
I have seen.
Go ahead.
I have seen people wear a different color belt and a different color shoes. It's a no-no.
Okay.
And there's one thing that I must say, we're talking about shoes and belts.
Yeah.
I have seen men not polish their shoes. I have seen unpolished shoes. Let me put it that way.
Guilty.
It's a no-no.
Called out.
Let me tell you. I did a research and I spoke to a lot of ladies, young ladies, married women, friends of mine. They said the first thing they look when they look at a man is their shoes.
Huh.
They look at their shoes before they have their suit.
Wow.
And I said to them, that's funny. Because the first thing I look at, I like to look at suits, but when I look at the suits, I go down to the shoes. If the shoes aren't polished, the person doesn't look complete.
Gotcha.
That the person has actually killed the style.
Man.
The personality. That person's personality isn't shining true because the shoes have to be polished.
Okay.
It has to go. Yeah.
I love it. No, I love that though. And with shoes, another question, and my wife and I kind of go back and forth on this. Do you wear black with navy? Do black shoes go with navy? Can you do that? Or are you supposed to wear brown with like a navy suit like what you're wearing now?
Most people in the business environment, the corporate world, wear black.
Really?
Yes. With navy.
Okay.
Me, personally, I prefer brown.
That's what I thought was like the thing. I thought brown shoes went with blue. I didn't think black went that much with navy, but
a lot of in the corporate world, a lot of managers, they wear black. It's should I use the word the uniform? Let me put it that way. But for me, I always went with brown. I broke. Yeah. I broke the. I said no. I felt that brown also just for me a brown just kind of like glows out the suit. It glows the whole
yeah.
You look great, so
I got you. That's okay, cool. So I guess either way, so we both win. But and with that, I'm curious too. Do socks matter that much? The socks you wear. I know, like a big thing now. I see a lot of people doing is their pants are shorter, so you see ankle with no socks. but I don't know. I don't know if I could fit that style. So do the socks matter?
That is only worn during the summertime. A
Okay.
lot of summer season because it's hot. But what you should realize that a lot of people wear socks,
They're
but
just
we
no shows.
no shows. In the UK, we call them loafer socks.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Call them loafer socks, no shows, loafer socks because they're quite hidden. Um, I do personally, I do like them. I like them very well because, but again, it's how you put it on. It's how you wear it.
Yeah.
Shoes and the pants. Some people, unfortunately, they go to the length of their pants, their trousers goes a bit too high, not below
Okay.
above the ankle, and so they have a problem. It just becomes, it just doesn't look nice. Let me put it
Yeah,
that.
I can't, and this is my personal, I just can't get past, like, I would feel awkward having my pants not go all the way to my shoe and have like my foot and ankle showing a little. That's just me though. I don't.
It's again, people are different.
Yeah.
Um, some people will carry it well.
Yeah.
Uh, some people might not. Some people won't. I mean, I've seen people who've looked that way, you know, and I say to myself, "Wow, he looks great." While some people, I've seen some people, and I'm like, "Don't you realize you're too old for that?" You know, what I'm trying to say is, it's not for
Yeah.
it's it's not for everyone. During the summer months, yes, you could wear that, but it's not really for everyone. I do wear them sometimes.
Yeah.
Um,
No, that's good. Yeah, it's just
but
personal
again,
preference for me for sure.
it depends on where you go. It depends on what event or occasion you go. It's not
True.
for every event that you wear that.
That's a good
It's
point. And yeah, like you said, depends where you're going. So that's a good piece to think about. I've really enjoyed this episode, Taiwo, just digging into this. So where can people connect with you, find you, so they can learn more from you about style and fashion?
It could always contact me via Instagram, style Taiwo, um, and we can always connect from there. I'm from the UK, but like I stated, I'm well traveled. I have clients in the United States, clients all over Asia,
Oh,
and I have clients, in the Middle East. But I'm
that's
well
all
traveled. We've not been able to travel due to the pandemic, but
right.
hopefully, I'm always in New York. I work with New York Fashion Week, so
Oh, wow.
I'm always in New York, uh, and yeah, you could always connect me via Instagram.
Awesome. Yeah, guys, definitely check out his page there, and it's in the description of this. Just to get more fashion advice, fashion guidance, and style guidance. It's really cool. That's what stood out to me when that's how I connected with Taiwo. And so yeah, check him out. Taiwo, before we go though, I always ask my guests one question. The fifth trait of pencil leadership is that we are all created with a purpose uniquely to leave a positive mark on the world. So after everything is said and done for you here on Earth, what do you hope the mark you left is?
I hope that the mark I've left is making people feel good about themselves. I think it's important for people to identify who they are as a brand, identify they're here for a reason.
Mm,
Mm. Whatever we do, whatever jobs that we work in, the reasons why we're there is because our employers, you know, identify our own brand. They identify our personal brand and they're there.
yeah.
And they see us as an asset to their company or their brand. And so I hope that I reach for people to be themselves, believe that they are here for a reason and for a purpose. And being out there and smiling to the world is important. For me, is I want to pass on that spirit of positivity to believe in themselves, you know.
That's awesome. I love it. Yeah. Believe in yourself, guys. Build that confidence by what you're wearing and feel better. Taiwo, thank you so much for sharing your expertise on this. I really think it can really impact a lot of lives and build a lot of confidence. So thank you.
Many thanks indeed.